We forget that fateful day. It's absolutely a devastating thing to have to deal with safety running on the roads. And it's not only running, it's cycling as well. You know, it's just that you find sometimes that vehicles are just not vigilant when it comes to other people on the road that share it with them. And that, of course, is runners and cyclists. But the Gauteng Running Club will be cycling, will be running, and they'll also be joined by other runners from all over the world this Sunday. Let's find out about the preparations now for the Comrades Marathon. And we're joined from our Durban studio by the Vice President of the Comrades Marathon Association, Cheryl Winn. Cheryl, great to have you. Thanks so much for being our guest on Morning Live.
Good morning, Leanne, and thank you for showing that wonderful tribute. I can still remember 2011 when that terrible tragedy occurred, and certainly our hearts go out to those families that suffered such a tragic loss, and we wish those Midrand striders all the best on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm glad that we also brought that up, because as much as there's so much excitement going into the Comrades Marathon, there's a lot of training that goes into it, and it's so unfortunate that you get incidents like this, and the recklessness and the safety of runners, and I brought cyclists into the equation as well, in terms of getting out onto the roads and being able to freely go and train for it. I mean, do you get a lot of complaints from the runners and being in this industry saying that, you know, people just don't respect us out there?
No, I haven't heard. I think runners, you feel a little bit more vulnerable as a runner possibly than you do as a cyclist, and I think that the athletics authorities have been very effective in trying to train runners to, you know, sort of as far as safety is concerned.
Yeah, I suppose it's something that we all have to just be very, very vigilant about when we do it. But let's get to the business at hand, and that, of course, is the Comrades Marathon. It's happening this Sunday. You know, I hear uprun, and I sort of start thinking this is very difficult. But a lot of runners actually prefer the uprun. How are we looking this year?
Well, you know, it's almost two completely different runs, the uprun and the downrun. And as you said, people are pretty much divided. Many prefer the uprun. I personally prefer the downrun. If you're tired and you have to run, keep going. Gravity will pull you downhill. That's what I always say. But the uprun is certainly gentler on your body. You don't have the same sort of pounding. But either way, it's just the most phenomenal event. And you do a lot of climbing, and you do a lot of downhill running on both the up and downhill runs.
So it's the best of both. But I believe that you're changing some of the rules on the uprun this year. What are we looking at? What are you changing?
Well, the main thing is that we've changed the venue. We're going to finish at Scottsville Racecourse this year. We have had problems of congestion over the last two upruns, and so we've moved to Scottsville Racecourse. It's more accessible in terms of traffic and parking and getting in and out of Maritzburg. There's a lot more space there, and we've been able to spread things out, and I think it's just going to handle the congestion. I think that everyone's going to really enjoy the space and the freedom that the runners will have when they get there through to the finish.
Lovely. We also talk about some international runners. I mean, this is a highlight for many countries to come and participate. So far, what are you noticing? How many countries are participating this year?
Well, the Comrades Marathon is the oldest, it's the largest, and it's probably the most famous ultramarathon in the world. And, you know, so each year we attract approximately 1,500 international athletes. The main countries that contribute are the USA, the UK, and Australia. We get a number of runners from Brazil and loads from Europe and India. So yeah, we welcome lots of international runners, and we get the thing is we get a lot of repeats. Yeah. The thing about the Comrades Marathon is it becomes addictive. You do it once and you want to come back again and again and again.
I know, you were telling me this off air, and I said, I think you spray something in the air while they're running, because everybody says, I'm never going to do this again at the finish line. And then a couple of hours later, actually, I can't wait to get back on the road. Just finally, as we wrap up, there's so much. Yeah, exactly. There's so much information to get out, and I believe that you've developed a wonderful app this year. It's probably been around, but it's probably got more to it, where you can follow runners. People can also find out where they can go for fan zones and all of that. What is the app?
Well, I'm not terribly techno-savvy myself, but from what I understand, the app is available on the iStore and through the app stores, and it's for free. Great. And it will give you loads and loads of information about the race, the route, the history. You'll be able to follow your favorite runners, you'll be able to follow the leaders, and keep in touch just generally with the entire magnitude of the whole event.
Excellent. Well, I wish you the best of luck with it on Sunday. Thanks so much for talking to us. And more importantly, for all of you running it, good luck. I hope it goes exceptionally well for you on this Sunday's up run. We've got Mzamo, who's our technical director. He's going to be running it on Sunday. So good luck. And apparently Hugh as well, who writes our bulletins. He's also running it. So there's Comrades Fever here at the SABC. All right, let's take a break here on the program. That was Cheryl